Okay, so hey guys, I want to go over all the mods on the bike that I've done for myself. I'll go through them real quick. I have a tubeless rear setup. Have a tugger strap on the front. I have Enduro Engineering handguards, Enduro Engineering riser kit. I think it's about 30 millimeter. I have Enduro Engineering skid plate, aluminum. I have a Seat Concepts tall seat. And I have the Beta factory radiator guards, which were kind of a pain to install. And if anybody installs them, you'll notice right here there's a screw head that will get smashed underneath these plastics. So in my case, I use flatheads, and I wish the directions talked about that, but they didn't. And I installed a kickstart because on my first ride I drained the battery completely and I almost got stranded. Luckily I wasn't deep in the woods because it was a muddy mess, and man, it would have been a nightmare to get out. And I got the FMF turbine core slip-on pipe to make it DNR forest legal everywhere. So that's the gist of my my upgrades. I have the stock tires. I'm riding in Michigan, so they work really good. I got no complaints. Then again, I don't ride a ton off-road, so but for me, the only time I notice any washing out is when the sand's about that deep and the sides are like that. It's not bad. It's usually it's when you ride up on the side, it wants to kind of fight you. But for the most part, these tires are great for sand. I got no complaints for that. I've ridden this bike, KTM 500, with some aftermarket tires. My Gas 700 ES with the Rocky Mountain, I forget what brand they are, but the Rocky Mountain brand adventure tires on that bike. And I've ridden the Rieju. The Rieju Ranger has gummier tires in this. They're softer. I think they're actually a little bit better for this kind of stuff. But both tires are good. I run 12 psi in the front, 10 in the back, and I really like that. I have no issues. There are some trails around here that are quite rocky, and sometimes you hit the edge of a sharp rock, the front tire hits it pretty hard. But yeah, that's the gist for my Beta. So if you're curious, this torque in this motor, you can lug it almost down to an idle. So we're going up probably a 15-degree hill right here in first. It can almost idle. It can almost idle up it. It's ridiculous. Like, listen to it lug. I'm just giving it the slightest bit of throttle, and it won't die. We're going there. Oh, almost. It wanted to die. Oh, it died. But I mean, this is literally about a maybe 10-degree to 15-degree hill. I mean, we're on an old ski run, and the top's the highest, and this is going down. You can't tell in the camera, but let's see. Get in line with maybe this tree or some trees. You can see the top of the grass, and you can kind of see the slope. And it's just going that way. And we're, like I said, we're in first gear. I haven't monkeyed with the idle, nothing, it's a normal idle. And we'll just creep up. So right here is idle. And it will die if you leave it to idle. I mean, it'll move. It probably wouldn't die if I was on flat. But let's give it just the slightest bit of gas so you can see. So right here, there's the slightest bit of gas. The slightest bit. I mean, it just trucks up this. We're going second. second. We're going about the same speed, maybe a little bit faster. I'm lugging it super duper low. I want you to hear the motor. And I mean, it's ridiculous how low you can get that. And we're on this hill, and I'm in second gear, and I can just take off like nothing. It's so easy to ride. And that's one of the things what makes it great. Like, we're going up this incline, 15 degree, we're barely giving it any gas in second. Now I'll go back down, and I'll try it in third, just so you can see. And that's what makes this bike so special. And, you know, honestly, I don't have experience riding like a 300 RR or any other betas or any race two-strokes or KTMs or Huskies, but you know, I can tell you this one. So here we are in third. So I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I'm gonna give it a little bit gas and see how slow I can go before it dies. Oh man, we were going slow. And it caught. I was trying to chug it down. That's impressive. And even in third gear, I think I'm in third. So let's try and take off up a hill. See, I'm rolling backwards. See, if I just let off the brake, look how fast we're rolling backwards. I mean, we're on a good hill. Third gear takeoff. No problem. I mean, it's easy. I mean, it's like nothing. Now I'll give it a little bit more gas going up there. Whoop. So third gear. And you do have to work a little bit to take off in third on a hill like this. So I'm giving it a little bit more. And you can hear the motor lugging down. I mean, we're only doing a few miles an hour. My speedometer is not accurate. But like, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna go like in second or first. And this is like, this has to be like a 30-degree hill or more. I say 30 degrees. Or 22.5 degrees at least. So we're gonna putz up this hill. We'll try it in second. If I get stuck, I'm not gonna be able to keep going because it's gonna dig a hole probably. Maybe with all this grass on here it might. But we'll try. So we're going in second right now. We're lugging it. I'm gonna go part way in second. It should die. I mean, it's really lugging. I mean, we're starting to hit a steeper section here. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm barely giving it any gas. And we're just climbing up. I mean, that's how much torque it has. It's crazy. So now I'm going to come over here by this steeper area. And like I said, we're just, and then, you know, what's crazy is I could give it, let me straighten out. I'm going to, whoa, see, I'm sliding backwards. I got to turn sideways. The whole bike just wants to slide. So what I did there is I floored it. And the bike didn't have, like, I think it got so much fuel that it just flooded a little bit and it wanted to die. But it didn't die. I pulled in the clutch and it started going again. I mean, the motor kept running. I pulled in the clutch. But look, like, we are so high above where we were before. I wanna go a little bit faster, and then I'm gonna punch it in second. So you can see that it has tons of torque. But right there, for whatever reason, there was so much load on the motor, it wouldn't rev up. So we're gonna start going. Now we're going a little bit faster. So it kind of takes a second for it has to rev up a little. but it still has all of it. He took a dump right as he was going. It has all the power, and that's the second gear. Let's go down, we'll do it in first. And this is why this bike is so special. Now, I don't know how many bikes can do that. I mean, I'm sure there's 450s and stuff. So, we're in first here, barely giving any gas. I mean, this is steep. Okay, we're barely moving. As soon as it starts to break loose, it revs up. But once again, I mean, we're high up. We're high up, without a doubt. So, I just want to demonstrate to me why the bike's special. And I hope that helped. I hope that showed off some of the torque on the bottom end. Because most bikes would flame out. Most would flame out. I mean, I was crawling up this. This is a very steep hill. It's got to be between 22.5 and 30 degrees. And the very next hill over is 45 degrees. But I gotta go flying up that. Just the sand, it'll trench and it'll get stuck at a point. And then the hill after that is 47 degrees. So it's cool, right? I mean, it's cool. Woo, lots of sand. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to climb this hill. I've climbed this on all my bikes. I had some trouble the other week with the Rieju, but I just told me I was winding it out and the sand was really dry. Today the sand's really dry, so I might have trouble. When it just rains, I can go right up this. But once you get past that tree, it's really sandy and there's not a lot of green stuff up there. So, you know what? I gotta put the mirror down. So I'm going to climb this hill. I'll probably climb it in third. And you can see firsthand how the Xtrainer can climb, you know, pretty steep hill. I mean, this has got to be 30 to 40 degrees, I'd say. 30 to 45. At the top, it gets real steep. Right here, it's probably 22.5 to 30. But at the top, I mean, I know the camera don't do it justice. It looks flat, probably. But where I'm standing right here, you can see the trees. They're leaning a little bit, maybe like 5 degrees. I mean, this is the slope right here. So, all right, here we go. So first. That was wide open. Wide open. Deep sand up here. I can't even move. Once you hit this part, like look at my foot's in, it goes down like 3-4 inches. But yeah,